I'm never sleeping, cause sleeping is the cause of your death. Live by the code till I take my last breath. I'm never sleeping. I hustle while you rest. We from the cooking still ain't nothing left.
It's your boy Reality Ron Bullard with another edition of the Reality Realm, and I'm here with my co-host
Chris Black, Boss Hog 215. We're here to set the record straight once and for all. First thing I want to talk about with you, Ron, is, man, first of all, I respect your opinion. I respect everything that you've been telling me over the years. It's a long-lasting relationship, people. You don't meet friends like this every day. So the first thing is, obviously, you see he's a Buffalo Bills fan. I'm a Kansas City Chiefs fan. So there's no love, there's no love lost there. But I want to get into this draft. We're actually recording this right now a day before the draft. So keep that in mind. So any predictions that we have, this is coming straight from us. We didn't watch any draft and, come back and try to, copycat off of that. This is what we feel as though the team should be drafting. All right. So first up is I want to get into my Chiefs. I think, in all honesty, I've been thinking about this for about a couple of weeks now. We got a 32nd pick. What we really should do is, I like the cornerback out of TCU, Gladney. He's been rising on the draft boards lately, crazily. I hope we get the chance to pick him because I heard a couple of teams, like maybe the Eagles possibly were looking at him. And, of course, they got the higher pick. But what I'm thinking is, if we can get him, this kind of solves our problem in the defensive backfield. He's a physical corner. He's man-to-man, which is what we've been doing for a while now. And I think he fits the culture of Juan Thornhill and Tyrann Mathieu as being physical players, but also being versatile as well.
Okay.
That's number one. And my second pick, and then I'm going to let you go, Ryan. My second pick would be, I can't remember this dude's name, the running back from out of LSU. The little short guy, a little midget.
You talking about Clyde?
Yeah, dude with three names.
Yeah. Number 22, no doubt.
Yeah, I like him for the offense because I seen him in a couple games last year go into the slot. And that's pretty interesting. If he can go in the slot, Tyreek Hill, Samuel, we got Demarcus Robinson back. So I think we can actually cause us a problem. You still got to line up with Travis Kelce on the tight end spot too, which you really don't line up on the line a lot. But we go out there and do that empty backfield set. What you gonna do to stop that? So, that's what I feel as far as the first two picks for us. I know typically everybody would say we should go defense because of the fact our defense was kind of bad last year. But the thing I liked about the defense was that it clicked from about week 10 to the Super Bowl.
Which is really all you needed.
Exactly. So, I feel as though we should go ahead and just continue to go offense, man. Pedal to the metal.
Pedal to the metal. Got it. Okay.
So, what you thinking about over there in Orchard Park?
Well, okay. As the world knows, unless you've been under a rock, we traded away the number 22nd pick to the Vikings for Mr. Stephon Diggs. He's now a key member of the Bills Mafia. Like I said, unless you've been under a rock, that's just kind of stuff So, that being said, the first round is not going to be a strong area of focus for me as far as who we would pick because we don't have no pick to pick anybody. Right. But I still will be paying very, very close attention to seeing how that board falls because all it's going to take is for a couple of players that are predicted to go maybe top 15 to drop out of that range, and that pushes the entire board down. This is what I've been telling people as of late, which is why it's kind of difficult for me to gauge which direction we're going to go with our second pick, which is at number 54. However, this is what I've been telling everybody for the last week on different Bills-related threads. We are not picking at 54. Now, we're either going to move up or we're going to move back. And that's going to be determined as to who drops out of that first round.
Right.
These are the positions of need we have. Positions of need, we need depth at the cornerback position. We need depth at the edge rush position. We also could use a running back going forward to spell motor. You know him, right? Right. Okay. So those are like main areas of need, and we also need a wide receiver to develop for the immediate future.
Right.
You know, because I mean, even though we are set with some deadly wideouts, when you look at the ages of the guys and stuff and contract years when they expire, you still need somebody to be developing now, so that if you have to let somebody walk or move somebody, you got somebody to step right in and keep this thing going.
Right.
So it's kind of difficult for me to just label, or should I say target someone, but I will say this. If certain players were to drop out of that first round, I think that will determine what Bean does. Running back is not high on the priority list, but it would not shock me not one bit if we moved up in that second round to take a running back, depending upon who's still available.
Mm.
We're not going to get him at 22 in that round. Well, 54, which is still okay, but we're not going to get him at 54. We would have to move up. Like if somebody like, say, like if somebody like Jonathan Taylor was to slip out of the first round, and not to say that I think we're interested in him, but I'm just giving you an example. That's somebody that you probably would not expect to be around at that stage of the draft. Right. Not that deep into the second round. When you look at the teams that's ahead of the Bills, you can pretty much say, well, no, he wouldn't be an option. Not at 54, but if you moved up, say maybe 10, 15 slots, if he's still there, he's somebody they may consider. Right. Or if everybody that's on their board, and we never know who's on our team's boards, we can speculate all day long, but we never really know.
Right.
But anybody, if the people who are on their board have all been selected, that's when I think they start considering maybe dropping back, moving back, acquiring more picks. And this may upset you a little bit, but I've heard the name Cam Akers thrown around a lot for us as a possible running back option in the third round. I mean, listen, brother. Hey, listen.
Oh boy.
Telling you what I'm hearing. And also, I want to also point out that who you're targeting in round 2 has also been linked to us. Mr. Clyde.
Yeah, I know. I've seen that. And actually, it's funny you say that. The first and keep in mind, we haven't talked about this yet. Maybe sparingly we talked about it, but I did see something about Jonathan Taylor today. Y'all possibly actually trying to make a move on him. I did see that today. So it's kind of funny you say that, and I saw that earlier.
Okay.
So,
well,
I mean,
I'm just, when it comes to the Bills, man, it's like, it's like I bleed these colors.
Right.
So if you saw something like that, then and for me, because I did not actually see that in print. So the fact that you saw it and I thought it, oh man.
It's definitely a possibility. And you know what? He kind of, and don't get me wrong. I mean, I think in today's game, and we're going to get into this probably, I'm not sure in this episode or, future episodes. I don't really understand having 2 backs when I grew up in the era when your running back was your 3-down back.
Oh, yeah, no doubt.
You know what I'm saying? There wasn't no such thing as, we're going to, go ahead and put you in for 2 downs and then, we're going to throw in this guy because he has better hands. Motherfucker, learn how to catch. That's what that comes down to. I mean, come on. Like,
that's real. That's real. I mean, you playing at the highest level of football possible to be playing that. Exactly. And if you can't be a one-trick pony in this league.
Exactly.
So the more versatility you bring to the table, the better for you. The better for your career.
Yeah. So let me ask you this. So since we knocked our teams out briefly, I don't want to get too in-depth because that's going to take all day. And then we'll start going back and forth about some stupid stuff. But
that's what we do.
What would you think about other players? I mean, going on the draft, the Tuas, the Justin Herberts, the Chase Youngs, these guys, whatever. Do you think this draft is set? And do you think it's set correctly? Because this is kind of like, and I'm going to take this back to that fantasy draft we had last year. It's kind of like that. One false move could just mess everything up.
Everything. Throw it all off.
So do you, because I've been hearing rumblings, and I think this is all smokescreen about the Redskins shopping in number 2. I have heard rumors of the Dolphins scrapping the quarterback playing in the first round, moving up to get one of the tackles.
Now, I did hear that. I heard that they were talking about actually. Now, the most recent thing I heard concerning the Dolphins and the tackle, the Dolphins were talking about trying to jump up to the third spot in the draft and take, my guess, the top tackle in the draft. And but see, what I heard was the idea would be not to just completely go away from the quarterback mindset, but just address it later because they do have 3 picks. Right. They do have 3 picks. I think they picked 5th, 18th, and I believe the other one is 24, maybe somewhere in the mid to late 20s. But they have 3.
Okay.
And for what I understand, they plan to use the second of the 3 picks to take a quarterback. And I think the quarterback was Jordan Love. That's the name I heard.
Yeah, I have been hearing that too. It seems like they're going with Jordan Love to jump on the athletic quarterback band. I mean, I just don't. I think a team like Miami, I think they're best served with getting a traditional quarterback, and the reason why I say that is because, I mean, they kind of went and robbed the cupboard from New England a little bit. So if you're going to do that, you need to get first a running game. You need to go offensive line, and then you get a quarterback that actually can sit in the pocket and complete some passes for you. Because now, I mean, one good thing that everybody in the AFC East has is that New England is finally being broken up. So that gives everybody the chance to go out there and really feel, and anything can happen in football. Any given Sunday, anything can happen. But just having that feeling of, okay, these dudes not invincible anymore. They don't have Tom Brady anymore. Sometimes it's in your mind.
Okay.
So I think that now, just for the point in the AFC East, is like everybody should start building, starting from inside out. When I say that, more or less offensive line, defensive line, winning trenches first and then taking it back and, drafting the talented players. Well, I ain't gonna say the skill players.
Right.
I don't know how you feel about that, but.
Well, I feel like, the AFC East belongs to us now. And let me just say this for the record, and I got to represent for the Mafia. The East would have been ours if Brady would have stayed, or had he left like he did. It didn't come down to what he did or didn't do. The East was going to belong to us this year anyway. But he left, so that just further solidifies that. But I hear what you're saying. The Jets and the Dolphins, in my opinion, have a lot more work to do than we do.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, definitely.
Defensively, we're hands down the best team in that division. Offensively, with the way things are currently at this exact moment that we're recording this, we're the best team in that division. On both sides of the ball, we are the best team in that division. So, I mean, that being said, I do hear what you're saying. I agree with it for the rest of those guys. They got to get their weight up. And see, I'm going to tell you something. For Dolphin fans, even though y'all have a lot of work to do, you got 3 picks in the first round. If you hit with all 3 of those picks, man, you well on your way.
Exactly.
You well on your way.
Exactly.
Just gotta choose wisely.
You gotta put the time in.
Gotta put the time in, baby.
And man, that time in goes for your scouting. That goes into practicing. That goes into spending them extra hours. You know what I'm saying? In the offices and running over game tape. You gotta put the time in.
No doubt.
Got to, man. So let me ask you this: what did you think about Tua? Because I mean, from what I've seen, he's been sliding crazy lately.
You know something? I've seen consecutive reports about his injuries being such a concern that some teams have taken him completely off their board. Then I turn right around and I see reports that he's good to go, ready to go. I hope that the young man is healthy. I hope he is ready to go out and give it his best and try to, earn himself a living in the National Football League like many others before him. For his sake, I hope that it's just a smokescreen, all of the negative comments I've heard. However, I have also heard that the injury that he did suffer is very similar to the one that Bo Jackson had, correct?
In the beginning, they were saying that, but then I heard something like it wasn't like that. And you never know. You know what I'm saying? You never ever know. But I did hear that when it first happened, they were saying this is very reminiscent of the Bo Jackson injury. But then I heard, no, it's not like that. So you never, honestly, you never really know.
See, that's a bad joint right there. Like, you know, you really don't know what to believe with that situation.
Right, right.
You know, and again, we both know through years of dealing in this, we both know around draft time, man, you liable to hear anything right up until the start of the show. I mean, that Laramie Tunsil incident.
Yeah, that was crazy. That was crazy.
That's prime example right there. I mean, sometimes they torpedoed his night.
Yeah.
I mean, who saw that coming? You know, like it was social media being what it is, man. It just makes it that much easier to do that to somebody. So it's
right.
It's hard to say. As far as his talent, I think he has an opportunity to be a very good quarterback.
So not to cut you off, but when you say very good, are you talking like Ryan Fitzpatrick good, or are you saying like? I mean, I'm not going to put him all the way up there, but I mean Matt Ryan good, because I think that's his ceiling right there. Matt Ryan is his ceiling.
Matt Ryan. I mean, okay. It's you know, no disrespect to Ryan Fitzpatrick, right? But I mean, realistically speaking, Fitzpatrick has had games where he looks like you be like, yo, this guy balls out. He the man. Then he'll have games and have you saying, yo, what the hell is this bull doing? It's like it's one of those things, man. He is like the epitome of an enigma when it comes to that quarterback position. It's like you just don't know. It's hard to figure. But I tell you what, he's also the kind of player that you kind of hedge against betting against, because any given day he can come out there and it could be Fitzmagic. He's capable.
I've seen the 5 touchdowns game with him, so I'm like, wait a minute, like
I've seen it too. I've seen the touchdown games. I've seen the 300+ yard. Like he can go off on any given day and do that. But then he'll have some days where you be like, so that's why you're not a starter.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So like it's just one of those kinds of situations. But he's like one of those guys that once he got acclimated in the league, he became one of those savvy veterans that's going to always get a job somewhere, because especially when you're dealing with young QBs, and if they start off and the road is rocky and you might have to sit the youngster for a while, you need that veteran to fall back on, and then here come Fitz.
Right.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, as far as Tua goes, you say Ryan. Okay, well, I guess that could be just in terms of the success rate you're talking about. Not okay, yeah, that could happen. I mean, because you know Ryan. I mean, he went to a Super Bowl. You know, I don't know how you lose up 28-3, but I mean, that's.
I'm not going to. We can't blame. You know what? I took the blame off of him now, and I'm strictly going Kyle Shanahan, because we've seen it twice from him now. You can't be up in the Super Bowl twice and just shit the bed. You can't do that. You can't do it. I'm sorry. It's no Matt Ryan. You're excused. We are sorry. I'm saying this me personally. We are sorry. It's Kyle Shanahan. That's who it is, yo. There's no way to get around it at all. And I say this with I'm glad he did it last year. Of course, I'm glad. It benefited me, but when I looked at that game, I'm like, are they really going to sit here and not try to step on? Like, they're not going to step on the gas at all. Okay, fine with me.
Yeah, that's unreal. It's unreal, man.
Some things you can't explain. Some things you can't explain at all. But I tell you this much, though. For Tua's sake, I hope he goes somewhere where he can be nurtured. I think even have him sit a year just to make sure that hip is really good. And then, you know, he's got all, like, most of his stuff is lower body injuries. I think he messed up his ankle twice. I'm not sure if it was broken, probably badly sprained. I know that happened twice throughout his career. And you figure the hip injury, I mean, he only played, 3 years? And he didn't play the whole 3 years because his freshman year, remember, he spelled Jalen Hurts in the national championship game. So you didn't play a full 3 years.
Right.
Yet and still, you got the wear and tear of somebody who's been in the league for probably 12 years.
Speaking of Jalen Hurts, What do you think about him?
Oh, man. You know, and I'm glad you brought that up, man. I saw something about the Wonderlic test, right?
Right.
You ain't got to say who scored the highest. You already know. I don't care if he did or if he didn't, but you just I want to see what you think. Who do you think scored the highest on that test?
Of this year's crop?
This year, yeah.
Who do I think scored the highest? Burrow?
Exactly. So that's the given. Like, okay, all right. Y'all just want this dude to be all okay. He's all world. I get it. Whatever. And then I think Jalen Hurts was like, I think Burrow scored a 34. Jalen Hurts scored like a 20 or 18, somewhere between 15 and 20. It wasn't good at all. But my thing is this though. I mean, does that really tell me that when we're in the fourth quarter, down by 7, he's on a game-winning drive? What the hell? This is like SAT questions. I can't depend on that. Are you locked into the game? Can you complete the 20-yard pass? Can you get your way out of trouble and scramble for 20 yards? Yes, he can do all that. And I think what people don't respect about him is that he's been to two Power 5 teams, right? Started off with Bama, got done dirty. Came back, transferred, went to Oklahoma, still had a great year. He still was a Heisman hopeful. So sometimes when you're just that good, you might not be the perfect quarterback. You might not be Troy Aikman. You might not be Aaron Rodgers. But that don't mean shit. If Brad Johnson can win the Super Bowl, anybody can. That's the way I look at it.
Well, where he from?
Who, Brad Johnson?
Yeah.
Oh, well, you know where you're from.
I mean, okay. I mean, I'm just saying. You said if he can win the Super Bowl, anybody can win it. And I just thought maybe you forgot we played his college ball.
No, I know, but I mean, I'm not saying Brad Johnson is the best thing since pants on pockets. No, I think he was a very average to below average quarterback. Just keeping it real.
Okay. All right. You know what? And that's all we ask for around here, baby. This is the reality, right?
Hey, man, look, man, I keep it to the buck. You know what I'm saying? I can't do no more than that. Because you know what? Sometimes when you start, hyping somebody up and you go back to those numbers and you go back to the memories, don't work that way.
Yeah, true.
Work it out.
No doubt.
Oh, man. So let me see here. I was thinking about somebody else too, man. Actually, you know what? This is a big wide receiver core too. This is probably the most wide receivers I've seen projected to go in the first round. They keep coming up, like the kid Mims. I didn't even think he was going to be a first rounder. Now they're talking about he possibly could go in the first round.
Right.
So I think is this with this whole group here is who do you think is going to come out and have an immediate impact, and who do you think is going to have the overall better impact for their career?
Whoa. Okay. Immediate and best long-term impact.
Right.
From a career standpoint. Okay. You know what? Depending upon where they go, it's a very good possibility Ruggs could have an immediate impact because of his downfield. See, everybody's so in love with these downfield passes, that deep ball. You pop a couple of those off through the course of your rookie season, and all of a sudden, anybody who didn't know your name, they know it now.
Right.
So, that's how that goes. So Ruggs could have an immediate, but I'm going to get back to that in a second, too. But he could have an immediate impact, but long-term, man, don't sleep on CeeDee Lamb. And the reason why I say that because a lot of people, they compare Lamb. They say, well, some people say they think Lamb is the best receiver in the draft. Some people say they think it's going to be Judy. I've heard some things about him recently too, but who knows? Maybe it could once again be smokescreen. I don't know, but I'll get to that in a second. But I think that when you look at Oklahoma's passing attack, it started and stopped with CeeDee Lamb. Do you not agree?
Yeah, I agree.
Okay, so you knew where the ball was going. You knew who was going to get the reception, who was going to get that clutch throw. You knew these things, but you couldn't stop it.
Right.
Couldn't stop it. Now, when you look over at Alabama's attack, you had Judy, you had Ruggs, and you also had and I always forget the guy's name. I remember one game he exploded for like 3 or 4 touchdown catches. Gosh, what is his name, man? What is this? I apologize to the brother because he balled out. I'm supposed to be able to put his name right out there. But the fact of the matter is, Ruggs and Judy, for the most part, were able to feed off of one another's presence on the field.
Mm.
Who does CeeDee Lamb feed off of?
Himself.
I mean, my point exactly. Teams knew where the rock was going. They still couldn't stop it. See, stuff like that matters. That's the little things that people often overlook when they go to compare players. Oh, no, he ain't better than Judy, and he ain't better. I've heard a couple people over the last week say they feel that Ruggs is the best receiver coming out in the draft. Now,
so I have heard that.
Again, his situation that he winds up in is going to make all the difference in the world to how effective he be coming out of the blocks. But
right.
I will admit, if he goes to the right situation, he got a chance. He got a chance to make some noise because of his downfield speed. But I do think long-term, Lamb might be that guy.
Okay. I'm not mad at that at all. My two, I think, was I got CeeDee Lamb and Judy, and I've seen some things with both of those guys. I think CeeDee Lamb lives off of, he has a crazy catch radius. If you throw it anywhere close to him, he's going to catch it. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? He makes the crazy plays look routine.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
You know what I'm saying? It's more or less, it's crazy. Like, I've seen this dude, even at the combine, I'm like, how is he jumping in the air, spinning 360, catching the ball, but getting 2 feet down?
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Now, the thing I like about Judy is I think he's a great route runner. Mm-hmm. He's a great route runner. I think that, for me, speaks volumes of long-term success. And I'm not comparing him to this guy. Please do not. Nobody take it this way. But my thoughts with Jerry Rice were always this. Probably the best route runner we've ever seen, right? That's how he was still able to get off in Oakland. He lost his speed. He lost his quickness. But he knew how to get you off balance when we're running them routes. And sometimes it's all you need.
Right.
So for me, I had to say, I think from the beginning, I think CeeDee Lamb is going to get the most attention because of the fact, and again, this is all, like you said, depending on where they go. This is all dependent on that too. That's probably the biggest factor in all this. And we will revisit this sometime mid-season so we can see where we're at with our predictions. But I think that in the beginning, I think CeeDee Lamb is going to be that highlight. He's going to be the Sports Center guy. I think Judy is going to be the guy that's going to go out there and grind and get them routes down to where as though now maybe year 2, 3, now he's caught up to CeeDee a little bit. And it's like, oh yeah, we remember this guy. Yeah, he was good in the draft. But now he's, you know what I mean, he's averaging 14 yards a catch, you know what I'm saying? But he's running the routes. He's not just making a spectacular catch, but he's actually running the routes.
Right.
So that's the way I feel. And no knock on Ruggs. And this is the reason why I don't want to even put Ruggs in the conversation, is because you can be Tyreek Hill or you could be John Ross. One of the two. I mean, no, Bert, this is not for you, Bert. You're going to see this eventually. No, this is not for you. I'm not trying to come at the Bengals. I'm just saying, though, we have you got a floor and you got a ceiling. It's cool to be in between that, but I think at this point, as far as the speedy receivers, I think Tyreek Hill is at that. And I'm not just saying that because of him being, chief, but
right.
It's the simple fact of he goes out there and produces. And he didn't start off producing. He started off as a return man, and eventually he learned how to run the routes, and he got better.
I still think it's too early to pull the plug on John Ross, but I mean, I just got a feeling that he ain't done yet. I mean, he may be, I don't know, but I just don't think so. I just, my instincts tell me that it's still something there.
Well, I'll put it to you this way, and we're going to close that portion of it out after this. He's got a DNR tag around his neck. Do not resuscitate. So that means when that thing go flatline, it's over. It's over, and he's almost there. Oxygen mask on and everything. That thing about to be over.
Okay. No doubt.
So, moving on from that, and I think perfect segue is let's talk about, let's switch it up. Let's talk about the reopening of the nation with the COVID?
I think it's way too soon.
Yeah.
Way too soon. I mean, I really don't know what they think they're going to gain from doing this. I think it's one of the more ass-backward things you can consider doing right now. What the hell was the point of shutting it down to begin with if this is all that you were going to do? I saw a report earlier stating that SEPTA is considering striking over this shit. I mean, it's like we're never going to get rid of it at this rate. I mean, people were ignoring the I'll just say the rules. They were ignoring the rules enough with things being the way they are currently. So you're going to just go ahead and open up the floodgates now, huh? You're going to open up the parks again. So what you going to do when it get hot? You're going to open up swimming pools too? Picture that. You're going to go take a fuck chlorine. You're going to go take a dip in the damn COVID pool? like, I mean, I really don't understand the logic there. Actually, no, I do get it. It's all about that almighty dollar. That's the top, the middle, the bottom line. That's everybody's concern. That's why everybody's breaking their neck to open up the nation again. This ain't got a damn thing to do with oh, I just want everybody to be able to go to the park. I just want everybody to be, man, bullshit. That's a crock of shit if I ever heard it. All you guys are concerned about is people being able to spend money.
Right.
And right now, the only place they spending it at is the grocery stores and maybe a Walmart here and there. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, they're not really. The options have been severely limited with the shutdown. What they should have did from the rip, they should have shut everything down nationwide for at least 2 weeks, maybe 3 tops. Nobody allowed out the crib except first responders. They should have just kept it real with the people, gave everybody a heads up, gave everybody an ample opportunity to prepare for it, then shut it down. What that would have did, anybody that had it, it would have gave the virus an opportunity to run its course through that individual. They get rid of it. They're not infecting more people. And it stops the chain. It breaks the link in the chain.
Right.
This shit they're about to do now, man, it's about to get real fucking stank.
Yep.
In the city of Philly and worldwide. It's about to get out of pocket, bro.
You know what's crazy though? And it's funny that you said that as far as the, letting the virus run its course. I'm hearing, and I'm not sure how true this is because you're going to hear everything in the world at this point. It's not something that the way they explained it was more or less they comparing the shit to herpes as far as being curable. It'll go away, but it's never going to leave. It's not going to leave your system completely.
So basically, it'll just kind of go dormant for a little while.
Right. That's what I'm hearing. I'm not sure about that, but that's what I'm hearing.
Wow.
So now that takes a total different course. Even like they were saying some doctors in China, and it's funny how once that came out, all of a sudden now this is a new side effect. Not even gonna say a side effect, a warning that you have it. It says some of them doctors, certain parts of their skin are turning black.
Oh.
So now the report came out with that, and then I heard from us on our side, oh well, a possibility could be if it looks like you have hives, and if you have discoloration in your foot or on your hands, then you need to get checked. Like you probably have it. And I'm like, well, what the fuck is this?
See, I think you hit the nail on the head when you basically said in so many words you don't know what to believe, because you get bombarded with information from both aspects of this situation.
Right.
From people who want to say, hey, man, this ain't no game. Stay focused. You get a ton of shit from that side of it. Then you got the people running around out here trying to call it a hoax, which is beyond me. How the fuck can something be a hoax that has killed as many people as this killed? Oh, I'm sorry. That's right. They're lying about the number of people that the virus has killed. The numbers are inflated. Well, guess what? I don't give a flying fuck if it killed 2 people. That's
Right.
2 people too many.
Right.
So
Right.
I'm supposed to feel better now because somebody inflated the numbers, man. Hey man, 10,000 people ain't died. It was only 7.
7 too many.
7 too many.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm just the way things look to me right now, bro. It's hard to picture the world getting back to being 100% normal the way we remember it. It's hard to see that because they're not doing what needs to be done to get it there. So they running on a treadmill, man.
Think about this too, man. I mean, we've went through so many changes, and it's something a lot of people don't think about. And I'm pretty sure if you listen to what I'm saying, you're going to pick up on this too. There's certain ways to put the world in order, right?
Right.
First step was 9/11. Now we got all these just different ways to travel. You know what I'm saying? You got to do this. You got to show up 2 hours early. X, Y, and Z. Price of oil went up. That's one way. This might be another way. Because maybe they couldn't get and squeeze everything they need to squeeze out of the people out of 9/11. Now we got another catastrophe. Now this is worldwide instead of it just affecting us. And I'm going to tell you something, man. A lot of people don't think about this, man. I've been thinking about this for a while. But one of the other problems is that the world's been trying to, and I'm going to say the world because everybody but us has the dollar currency, which is not the top currency anymore in the world. It's been like that for a while. But they'll never admit to that. And I know that to be true just by trying to order certain stuff off of sites and convert euros to dollars. And I'm like, what the hell? Like, that's a $30 difference. Yeah, their money is worth more than ours. They're all together over there with that money. We're still standalone. So with that being said, everything is going digital now.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So my thing is this: we just approved a $484 billion another stimulus package. That's what they're calling it. Who the fuck is keeping account of all this money? Just because we can print it out don't mean we really have it.
Right.
And what does that mean the dollar really means? Because if you could just print money all day, I'm rich forever. Except for you go over there and that money doesn't add up, now it's a problem.
Yeah. Definitely.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm looking at it more or less as a globalization type of thing. If that makes sense to you. You know what I'm saying? Like, you shut everything down. Shut it down as much as you can. Kill the markets off. The Dow went to 0%. Now you got to build it back up. You know how hard that is?
Yeah, right. It's like, I mean, it's not impossible, but I mean, shit. It feels like if possible and impossible were a scale, it was kind of, you know what I mean?
Right.
like it's leaning that direction heavily. Go ahead.
No, and I was going to say this too, whatever. So now when we say, okay, we're going to build our economy back up, they're all connected. All the economies are kind of connected in some way because everybody produces something, give and take, barter, all that stuff. So when that day they tell us, I don't want that dollar no more. We ain't got no use for it. We over here, we got it over here, we chilling.
Right.
Now you got to come to us, but we don't want the dollar. That's what I think all the Bitcoin and all that stuff came from too. You know what I'm saying? Trying to digitalize money because all these currencies just don't work no more. They're trying to get everybody on the same scale. But of course, we're not going to go for it. But man, World War III might be here before we know it. And I'm not even one of them type of dudes, conspiracy theorists, but it's too much crazy shit going on to where as though you can't just see the line. Somewhere like, I mean, Trump, he tried to start a war with North Korea. That didn't work. That fizzled out. Then all these reports come about him. That didn't work. That fizzled out. All right, now, what's the best way to not get impeached? Start a war. Because a president cannot be impeached during war. I know that much.
Well, see, I never thought at no point in time he was ever in danger of being removed from office. I never thought that. I've been saying it from the beginning. I mean, this, you know what? That shit right there is a lot like being arrested. You get indicted, but that doesn't mean you're going to get convicted.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, if you beat the case, the indictment means what?
Nothing.
My point. So when everybody was so excited and so elated, oh, he's being impeached, I'm like, okay, so he ain't getting removed from office.
That's not going to happen.
Right, you know what I mean? So you know you can like jump up and kick your heels together and do backflips, do all that shit. It ain't gonna matter if you sitting around thinking that this means it's the end of him. He laughing at you.
Yeah, and I mean honestly, not to cut you off, and honestly, I think with him too, man. I think this is gonna sound crazy. I think he remembered president being a joke and he won, and it was like, oh shit, I won. Like I didn't really want this. I just wanted to build some other stuff up. You know what I'm saying? Like you really sitting there and it's like, I won. Y'all surprised me. I didn't think I was gonna pull it off. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not what I really wanted. I think it was another ploy for something else.
Oh, well, you know what? That's the thing about all of this shit. It's always another plan in place.
Right.
Like whatever you see going on in front of you at that moment, it's always more.
Exactly.
It's always more. Whether or not we ever find out what that something else is, that part remains to be seen. But you best believe it's there, bro.
Oh yeah, definitely, man. Definitely, man. You know, and it's crazy because, you know, like I said, I'm not real big into politics, but some stuff rubs me the wrong way when I'm looking at it. And I'm like, you can't piss on my leg and tell me it's raining, dog. I'm not stupid.
No doubt.
You know what I'm saying? I see certain things. It's like, you know, because when you grow up in the hood, you know what I'm saying, you could peep the blips on a mile away. Like, nah, main man tripping. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, he on angles. I'm cool. Like, I ain't messing with him. You know what I'm saying?
No doubt.
I think with him it was more or less that. It was another plan in the back of his mind, and they just ran with it. You know what I'm saying? Like we just gonna throw him in office now. You know what I mean? We can't put Hillary in there because of the fact of all the stuff that we're finding out now that they were doing, which is messed up. You can't have her getting there and then it comes out.
See, I don't want this to sound wrong, but in my opinion, there will never ever be a female president of the United States, black, white. And the main reason why I think that's the situation is not that I don't think a woman is capable. That's not what I'm saying at all. But what I am saying is I feel that should the United States of America do that, they would lose the respect of a lot of foreign countries.
Thank you.
They would lose their respect because in a lot of these countries, they feel like a woman should stay in a woman's place. That's their logic. That's not my logic. That's their logic. So if they would look at us as being weak, spineless, you know what I'm saying? And they might even start coming at us after that. You know, like it wouldn't surprise me not one bit because they like, well, wait a minute. You mean to tell me you actually got a woman leading your country? Like y'all ain't shit. And it's all from there. Like, yeah, so I don't think we'll never see that.
Nah, you know what? And everything you said, I've said that years ago. And I said that with the Hillary thing. I'm like, see, what y'all don't understand is, and it's another thing, it's always a bigger asshole out here. Like everybody trash Bush. Oh my God, he's the worst, and he did this, and he did X, Y, and Z. It's always somebody worse, and you're starting to see that now.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So you can't really get in here or whatever and really trash this boy. And at the time, everybody was doing it. But like I was telling somebody else the other day, I said, all right, well, yeah, we got the stimulus. Trump got the stimulus. I'm like, didn't Bush do the same thing when he got out of office? And I remember being a little upset because I'm like, I ain't got no kids. You just cutting checks crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, all right, but whatever. You're trying to build the economy up for whatever reason. I don't know. Or sign in good faith. I'm about to be out of this joint. You know what I mean? Take this, you know what I mean, on the way out. But just political wise and just being a regular dude, you know what I'm saying? Just as a man, I can't respect Trump. You know what I'm saying? Like his moves be real female tendencies.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? He got a lot of estrogen pumping through his body or something. I don't know what's up with him. You know what I mean? I've never seen a president on Twitter more than probably me and you combined and commenting.
Yeah.
You got other things to worry about, dog?
I mean, you know what? It's funny you say that because something I don't remember the specifics of the situation, but I do know like maybe like a day or so ago when they had the governor of New York on TV discussing the coronavirus situation and just discussing the fact that he don't have no intentions on reopening his state unless some things change.
Right.
And while he's saying this, to your point, Trump is tweeting on Twitter, throwing shots at the bull. So, reporters, they start shit all day. So they asked him, they let him know. They let him know what Trump said. They let him know something about, they said, Trump had said something about, something like, oh, all he's been doing is complaining or something along them lines.
Shouldn't he be?
So he turned right around and say to him, where was he at when he sent that tweet at home? Maybe if you get off the couch and do something, maybe we can fix the situation. So it's like, I'm like, oh man, it's going down. Like this thing getting schoolyard petty right now. Like, you know what I mean? But I feel dude's situation, like, I mean, I'm not gonna let you keep talking shit.
Right.
You're not gonna keep popping off and I'm gonna just keep turning the other cheek. No, homie, that's not how it's going down.
No, so, but you know what though? Yo, they got beef. Yo, it's before this. They got beef. This was probably like way before all this popped off or whatever. Something in New York, Trump owed taxes or something like that. And the bull had a lot of like the bigwigs in New York who own property out there. They start trashing Trump. And that's when he moved to Florida. He don't live in New York no more. All that Trump Tower and all that, or the Trump apartment joint he got up there, he don't live in there no more. They basically told him, don't come back. We don't bang with you. So the beef is real. That ain't no joke. They really beefing.
Oh shit!
They really beefing.
Yo. They just don't fuck with each other.
Exactly. Yo, it's more or less like, I think if they was in the same room, it'd be a Donnie, you know what? I ain't gonna say a rumble. It'd be a Donnybrook. It'd be a little scuffle. somebody Yamakov might get knocked off or something. I don't know.
You know what? My question would be: is somebody gonna get set on their pockets?
Yeah, because the boy from New York, Kumo, or however they pronounce Kumo, he looked like a mob boy in the real. He really, like, he got that mob like swing, like swag with him, man. I don't know. Yo, I'm telling you, man. Yo, boy, like I was looking down, like, I just happened to look, and it was like something he was at an interview somewhere or something, and I was like, this boy, and it might be what you was talking about, but I was kind of tuned out, and I'm like, boy, like he could have played on Sopranos or something like that, like. You know what I'm saying? He don't look like your average like mayor or, politician. Like,
right.
So he definitely got that gangster look with him. So I think to answer your question, Trump might be snoring at the end of that joint. Might be snoring.
Okay, all right. That answers that. It's funny, right? Like this is definitely a major issue in America. Right. And I took time to address what I felt was a major issue the other day on the gram.
Okay.
I put up a hashtag, and normally I might record a video of myself, but this time I said no. I put up the hashtag and I just put a voice to the hashtag. Okay. Because I wanted it to be more about the message. Get on level.
Right. And
what I addressed in that rant, which many have referred to it as, I'm cool with that. If it's a rant, it's a rant, as long as you get the fucking point.
Right.
What I addressed in that rant was the fact that there's a lot of people running around out here in society that's not on level, man. They age is one thing, but they doing a lot of young, immature, stupid shit. Now, I feel as though, if you 30 years old or older, as a woman, you need to, if you're a woman with kids, especially a little girl, you need to be more on level of trying to raise her up to be a young lady.
Right.
Now, my issue with a lot of these chicks is I sit back sometimes and I watch them walk down the street, mother and daughter. You can't tell one from the other. Mom Duke's walking down the street, her phone in her back pocket, Daughter walking right beside her phone in her back pocket. You think like it makes you ask the question like, damn, is this mother and daughter or is these two girlfriends walking beside each other?
Right.
This shit makes a difference, dog.
Yeah.
It makes a huge difference. And I also took the time to address, I said, hey, listen, you know what? If you lost your way early on in life, you made some bad decisions and you got on some shit that could definitely be considered fraud from the way you carried yourself, you know, out here with the opposite sex, we fucking with men, you know.
Right.
You made some real bad decisions. If it went that way, you should want the exact total opposite for her. So the way you move, nothing that you do should put her anywhere near that path. Nothing. You should be taking everything you do, everything you show her should be going the exact opposite way.
Right.
So she don't make the same mistakes you made. Because what did Jigga say? Once a good girl turns bad, she's lost forever.
Yeah.
You feel me?
That's
you shouldn't want that for yours. You shouldn't want that. That's the kind of shit I talked about on there. And for these dudes, 30 and older, running around out here with skinny jeans on. Listen, bro. You need to be kicked up your fucking ass for that shit. You got no right doing that.
Right.
There's young boys out here 15, 16, 17. Y'all look like twins. That's a problem.
Right.
See, people talk about the lack of respect with kids and adults nowadays. It's the adult's fault. Because if a kid look up and see a bigger version of them, they're not going to respect you. They're going to treat you like a peer, not an adult.
Exactly.
It's a big fucking difference, dog. Certain thoughts should not even form in a kid's mind when it comes to you as a grown man or woman. But if they pushing them buttons, if they pushing that envelope, you're doing something wrong.
Yeah.
Period. And this is what I meant when I was telling motherfuckers to get on level. You know, a couple cats commented on the joint, you know what I mean? And they gave me props for what I put down or whatever. And, you know, that was much love, much respect on that note. But I'm still waiting for the haters to come out the woodwork, and I'm sure they will.
Oh, yeah. You know that's going to happen. That's a given. You know what I'm saying? Because it's going to be somebody who feels as though, you know what? Sometimes when things are said in a crowd, like say we in a room around a bunch of people and somebody say, well, these niggas, da, da, da. If it applies to you, you're going to feel some type of way. You're going to say something. You could look at it like, dude, that's not me. You know what I'm saying? Like, whatever.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So most of these dudes, I think, whatever, most of these females, when you call them out like that, they're going to feel attacked. And they're going to feel this and they're going to feel that. Because it's probably not the first time they heard it. And it's probably from somebody either in your age group or an age group before you.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? That said something or made comments. And, you know, and it's somebody that they can't talk back to.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Somebody who they probably got too much respect for. And it's like, you know what? I ain't even going to go there. X, Y, and Z, I'm going to leave it alone. But somebody that's in their age group or close to the age group, you want to get jumped bad. Nah, instead of doing that, won't you listen, digest it, and take something out of it? You ain't got to take every single word that somebody is saying. You know what I'm saying? But when somebody's talking to you, there's always a nugget of truth in something that they're saying.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So you got, some things might not even apply to you, but you know what? Damn, I do know somebody that's like that, or I might have did that before. You know what? Damn, I ain't even think about it that way.
No doubt.
But, you know, like some people just don't know how to listen. People don't listen no more, man.
Not at all.
They rather just pop off at the mouth and you want to argue, you want to fight and all that. And that's cool. You know what I mean? No, that's fine. If it comes to that, it comes to that. But at some point, you got to listen to what somebody's saying to you because they could be trying to give you game, which 9 times out of 10 they are.
And that's all. You know what? That's all the motive is on my end. You know what I'm saying? When I take the time to say the things I say, I'm hoping I can spark something in some of these empty head motherfuckers' minds to make them do shit a little different, make them move a little different. Right. You know, sometimes all it takes is for somebody to say, hey, yo, that ain't the move right there.
Right.
You're doing that wrong. And that can make a world of difference. That's all I'm trying to do. I'm just trying to be a difference maker, baby. That's it.
I feel you, man. So, you know what? Somebody got to take heed of this too. The same way you give people knowledge, somebody to give you knowledge too. You ain't just jump out the bed one day. You're the only man on earth. Like, all right, well, I know everything. You know what I'm saying? Everybody has to go through some type of trials and tribulations to learn something from this thing that we always learn from. It's called life.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
So, you know, nobody, I mean, I'm pretty sure you learn something new every day, the same way everybody else do. You know what I'm saying? So it's more or less like, instead of people just trying to look at the negative of the situation, because I'm talking about something, but you fit in that category. Maybe you need to hear this so that way you can change your game a little bit.
And that's all I'm saying, bro. That's it. That's all I'm saying. You know what I mean? Like I'm just trying to provide a public service. Because when I look, no, man, real talk, when I look out my eyes and I see the way it's going down out here, I be like, yo, this shit's fucked up.
Right.
And see, I'm gonna tell you something else. I've always said, when they make movies and films and TV shows and shit, that the truth is in Hollywood. I've always said that, right?
Yeah.
For years, you've been seeing all kinds of zombie apocalypse movies, zombie apocalypse TV shows. You know, you've been seeing it left and right. The apocalypse been here, but it ain't been through the form of a zombie. It's been through stupidity. There's so many stupid motherfuckers running around out here doing stupid shit. You know what I'm saying? You got grown-ass men walking down the street showing they funky ass. What is that shit, dog? I seen some cat earlier today. Walking down the street. Nigga had black, silky ass drawers on. Now, how the fuck do I know this? Why do I need to know that you got on some black, shiny drawers, my nigga?
Right. And that's crazy. So that means it's two things to that equation. First of all, you got a belt on. I mean, you got a belt on, but you didn't put it up to your hips. You know what I'm saying? The way it's supposed to be wore. And your t-shirt is young. Or your shirt is young. Or your jacket is young. And this is what I was trying to tell you. You know what I mean? Matter of fact, you know what's crazy? I'm going to tell you it's funny. I was just having this conversation with my little cousin the other day. And we was talking about styles. You know what I'm saying? You know, and I got a pair of Porsches. You know, the old school joints we used to wear back in the day, right?
No doubt.
I put a pair for nostalgia's sake, whatever. All right. Man, them Jones corny, man. We can't even wear them joints. So then he got a pair of Cartiers. The Jones Jay was wearing. You know, back in the day with AZ Nas, they used to wear the Cartiers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, these Jones right here. I said, yo, do you not know that I had everybody? I mean, we were wearing them joints back in the day. When you was running around here in Pampers, we was wearing those. This is something, everything is rinse and repeat. Boxes came and went, afros came and went, they came back. You know what I'm saying? It's like everything's rinse and repeat. So I'm like, you're not showing me nothing new. You think y'all the first person to have Cartiers? No. But I tell you one thing, like I told him, I said one thing, I tell you this much though. I had enough motherfucking room. My motherfucking nuts wasn't all the way up in my damn chin. I tell you that much, them tight ass jeans you wearing. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's crazy. I'm like, yo, dog, like, yo, at the end of the day, I'm like, how you gonna wear a pair of jeans that your girl could wear? But your girl should be wearing, actually.
Man, bro, you took the words right out of my mouth, man. If your clothes should look gender applicable.
Right.
If you a man, your clothes should look like something a man would wear. If you're a woman, same thing.
Right.
It should not be crossing over.
Right. There's no crossover.
You be doing this.
You ain't lying.
If you got a sister that's the same body type, if y'all like similar body type, and that's another story for another time, because that's kind of odd. But if y'all similar body type, and y'all look like y'all can actually trade y'all jeans to one another, that's a bad job.
Yeah, something wrong with it. And like I was trying, like, you know, like I told him, I was like, you know, I said everything you're wearing. I said by the time you get to my age, let's say he 20. So I'm like, all right, you know, I got you by at least by the time you was born, I was out of high school. So like I said, by the time you get to my age, you're gonna be saying the same thing I'm saying. Nigga, ain't nothing new under the sun. I've seen that already. I done been through that phase already. Now, certain things I don't know about. I don't know who started this. You know, I know who to blame. But we're not gonna get in there. We ain't got enough time for this episode right now. We're gonna attack that in a whole nother era. But with that being said, like I told him, I said, look, man, you know, everything rinse and repeat. Like I told him, I said, the thing I don't get is certain things that y'all do and certain things that y'all digest. Not saying it's their fault, but you should know better.
For sure.
Just because I see the Migos running around with chokers on, don't mean that I should go ahead and when I buy my chain, I should get a choker. I'm not doing that. Now, I'm not going to take it back in the day when Mob had everybody wearing the chains down to their dick. I'm not doing that. That's just too much at this point in life. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not doing that. But my joint's going to be, you know, matter of fact, I was talking about, you know, I ain't gonna say I got a personal drill, but I've been going down there for like 17 years. And we was talking and he was like, you know what, man? I bought a chain. He was like, you know what? I like that, Jonah. He was like, because you know what? That's a grown man size. You know what I'm saying? Like, pause. He wasn't saying like that. But the chain, like the size of the chain, it's not too long. It's not too short. It's presentable.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm like, all right, yeah, I get that. He was like, no, you don't. And he pointed to the board next to me. Right? Me and him around the same age, it looks like. You know what I mean? You know. And he done traded his chains in to get some chokers. Dude, what are you doing? Like, what's up with you?
Yeah. Last time I checked anyway, don't chicks wear chokers? Like what the fuck, man? Like in the Migos, see, first of all, the Migos irritated the shit out of me the first time I saw them with them old fucking Partridge Family shirts on. That shit just got on my damn nerve.
Yeah, you said Partridge Family, yo.
I saw that shit, bro, and I said, man, what the fuck am I looking at right now? You know what I mean? Right. And I get it. You know, everybody wants to try to be unique, have their own style. I can't rock with that type shit right there. That shit's out of pocket. And now they running around with chokers on. See, once again, this be the shit I be talking about. You got men. You're not driving down the road in a straight line. You veering off in the other lanes.
Right.
You got to straighten that car up, or you gonna smack the fuck out. That's just life. Like, you know what I mean? You can't do it like this.
That's
like,
real.
like
that's real.
How the fuck can you get mad at somebody for taking you to be sweet when you doing sweet shit?
Real trap.
And rocking woman's jewelry, woman's clothes. What, motherfucker? What's next? Women's panties? I wish the fuck you would.
You know
I
what?
wish you would about your mouth and say that shit talking about they more.
Who's to say they ain't already doing it? It just ain't come out yet. You know what I'm saying? Because think about it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to, like, even down to the point where I look at, like you said, you look at certain things, I look at certain stuff, whatever. Like these joggers, I'm like, dude, these joints, like, for real, y'all not even peeping, but they was baggier. MC Hammer pants. Hammer joints just was baggy, but it was cut the same exact way, but they was baggy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, all right, Hammer, whatever. Hammer is who he is. You know what I'm saying? Hammer had his little run. He was the baggy hot air balloon pant boy, whatever. All y'all did was take his style and slim the legs down.
Pretty much.
But my thing is, when did that become? I just don't get it. Now, granted, we probably walked around here looking like fools, wearing too big T-shirts and jeans too long. You know what I'm saying? You know, you're scuffing the bottom of your jeans with the trees or whatever. I get it. We did it. You know what I'm saying? But there was nothing female about that.
Nope. Exactly.
Nothing female about that.
It looked like man shit, and in some cases, the reason why some cats wore their shirts 2-3 sizes too big was to hide that burner tucked up underneath.
The strap,
exactly. It was a point to this shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It was a point to it. So what the fuck is your excuse for wearing tight ass pants so tight, looking like you could get ball cancer? Like, you tell me. What the fuck is that?
Yeah.
Wait, you want to tuck a gun there? Where, my nigga?
It ain't gonna fit. It ain't gonna fit.
See, the thing about it, one thing about me, whatever the topic is, if a motherfucker could just explain the logic of an action, it'll make me accept the action that much easier.
Right.
It can make me say, okay, I don't agree with it, but at least I get it. You know what I'm saying? Right. This shit right here, I don't get. If a motherfucker can explain to me why you got to feel the wind blowing up your fucking ass while you walking down the street, at least what I never will agree with it. That's never going to happen. Right. But at least I will get it. I will understand it. I can leave it alone and I can move on.
Right.
But this shit right here makes zero sense to me. And I have yet to hear anybody justify any of it. Because
you can't. You know what I'm saying? You can't. And it shouldn't be justified. What happens is, and this is one thing they don't understand is, and the younger generation, they're not going to understand until they go through some paces in life. And that's just, sometimes you got to go through that. But don't let the media control you. Just because you see Lil Wayne jumping around with blonde dreads and he can't walk around in his pants, they too tight, and he wearing Vans, don't mean you need to dress like him. You can listen to his music, and that be that. But don't be brainwashed. Because that can lead to a whole nother, and a lot of people understand this. I seen Lil Wayne go from looking like a regular dude to looking like a fucking dope fiend. Like his fucking dreads is falling out. You know what I'm saying? Boy really got problems. He hooked on the lane.
Yeah.
It wouldn't surprise me today or tomorrow if you wake up tomorrow and we had this conversation and you go to your phone's going off. Lil Wayne died, overdose. Wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah, as fucked up as that sounds, facts are facts.
Right. It wouldn't surprise me. You know what I'm saying? But you know what? Let's go ahead and get into some other things. Well, I think we got one more thing to cover. And this has been a great dialogue between me and you as far as these situations go. So I just want to throw that out there. We got to go to our last segment of the night. Now, this was discussed previously, ladies and gentlemen. Don't understand how this came out to be. But got a start bench cut. And we got Thurman Thomas.
About to fuck his head up real quick, y'all.
Huh?
Nah, just telling the people about to fuck your head up real quick.
LaDainian Tomlinson. And Marshall Faulk. So who would you start? Who would you bench? And who would you cut?
Okay, Thurman is starting. Marshall's sitting the bench. LaDainian, you get the fuck out of here.
Okay. So
can I explain myself real quick?
Go ahead.
It's like, no disrespect to none of these guys, okay? All three of these dudes are the fucking truth. LaDainian included, so no disrespect. I was just bullshitting like I do, but on some real shit, the reason why I say Thurman Thomas has to start, it don't have nothing to do with this. Please, don't start thinking that it got anything to do with any of this shit. Like it ain't got nothing to do with that. The reason why I say he has to start is because when you look at the dynamic back, the back that can catch a swing out pass out the backfield, the back that could motion out the backfield, line up in the slot, the back that could motion out the backfield, line up wide, and catch a pass 40 yards downfield over his shoulder. Nobody was doing that shit before Thurman Thomas, baby.
Sure.
Thurman is the blueprint. And a lot of people, for some odd reason, they tend to overlook that. Like the media got on my damn nerves when Marshall Faulk was having his run with the Rams, acting like they never seen this shit before. And I'm thinking, what? Okay, are you motherfuckers high? Was they sipping lean? Because what the fuck? Like, how can you sit here and act like this is the first time you've ever laid eyes on these types of skill sets when Thurman was doing it for years? Like, that's just disrespectful, man. Disrespectful. Thurman, my starter. Marshall, apart from Thurman, Marshall came in. He did a nice Thurman Thomas impersonation. So, Marshall's the bench. LaDainian, he's my, he has, he's just a casualty of war. Because when it comes to running the rock, LaDainian, come on, man.
Yeah.
The fucking truth. But Thurman started this shit. So we ain't gonna sit up here and act like he didn't start it. We're not gonna sit up here and put in these guys ahead of him. We're not gonna sit up here and act like you see this shit for the first time when you saw Paul, when you saw Tomlinson, when you saw whoever you want to name. Thurman Thomas was the one that started this trade. Oh man, I get so hyped when I talk about this shit when niggas try to act like Thurman Thomas wasn't it.
Okay. All right. Well, I mean, I guess I got to give my answers to the question. And just for the people out there, I wanted to change this whole thing because I didn't want it to seem like, it was a Homer edition, but it's just kind of the way it worked out. So my starter, I would have to say, would be Marshall Faulk. The reason why I say that is just because of the simple fact of he did take a lot of what was done previously, but I think he did it just a little bit better. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. I mean, it's not by that much, but I think just a little bit better. I think he was the better runner. And I say runner, the better running back. I think Thurman Thomas might have been the better receiver. That's just the way I feel. I would give Thurman the and we kind of saying the same thing, just reverse. Thurman will be on my bench, and I hate to cut LT, man, but just wasn't your time, bro. In this situation, it wasn't your time. But I mean, obviously, you got something you want to say real quick, or I mean, it seemed like a ruffle feathers over there.
Damn right. I got something I want to say. First of all, okay. Pure runners, in my opinion, right? The best pure runner in the history of the National Football League is Barry Sanders. Just running, nothing else.
Okay.
But
you know what? Wait. You know what? Time out. I can't go against that, and this is going to sound crazy. The reason why I say because Barry was probably a running back coach or an assistance coach worst nightmare. And I'm gonna say this because of the reason of the fact that a lot of his stuff was improv. It wasn't we're gonna run this play and you're gonna hit the hole. Now, granted, he probably didn't have a hole to hit. We never know. You know what I'm saying? But that's what I'm saying. So, like, I mean, as far as a pure runner, I don't know. It was too much improv. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't, we're going to run 42 blasts, and 42 blasts, we run, and you get 16 yards. 42 blasts turned into a cutback, and then reverse the field, and I'm going to get you 5 yards. That's what it turned out to be most of the time.
Well, see, the thing about it, the reason why I said that about him is because, and that's probably the biggest reason. I've seen times when Barry Sanders, man, as he received the handoff, he was getting grabbed. When he should have been hit for a 5 or 6, 7 yard loss, he would turn it into a 19, 20 yard run. And it's like, how the fuck did that just happen? Like, but, not to deviate off of the point though, I brought him up to say this. Had I not saw Barry Sanders in the open field, when I sit and I reminisce about the runs that Mr. Thurman Thomas made in the open field, when I think about how foolish I've seen him make some defenders look, now you see him, now you don't. Whoa. I mean, many days I've sat in front of my TV and said, oh, shit. I remember one time on the road in San Francisco against the Niners. Down near the goal line, it's about 7 yards out. Thurman Thomas lines up deep behind Jim Kelly. Kelly hands off to Thurman. The Niners ran a double safety blitz. The play was up the middle. They ran a double safety blitz coming straight up the gut. It's no fucking way Thurman should have gotten that end zone. But when you got what he got, when you got that, oh shit, when you got that going on, and you got cats slipping and falling, grabbing their ankles and shit, while Thurman's driving to the end zone, spike the ball hard as shit, start talking shit to the fans in Candlestick Park. The commentators lost their fucking mind. They said, how did that happen? How did he get in here? They actually had the perfect play call for what the Bills ran. But Thurman just, excuse me, I got somewhere to be. Y'all in my way. I mean, this is the kind of shit he did.
I understand that. I get it. I'm not knocking it. Well,
listen, I think he was a hell of a player, as was LaDainian Tomlinson. But the Terminator was the Terminator for a reason, and that's reality.
I mean, I hear you, and you brought up, a good argument for the guy, but Marshall Faulk is Marshall Faulk. I'm sorry. I mean, I see him do it at Indy. I seen him definitely do it with the Rams. I mean, it is what it is, man. Sometimes we don't. I mean, you never know what's going to come behind what you set the precedence for. Thurman Thomas set the precedence, and I think Marshall Faulk got a little bit over that precedence. So, I mean, if I'm not mistaken, I could be wrong. I think he was the first running back to amass 100 catches in a season. I believe he was. But I mean, that's neither here nor there. I mean, we don't want to. We ain't got to go through all that. And who I feel sorry for in this whole segment is LT, man. He got cut by both of us. We both couldn't keep him. That's what we should be feeling sorry for that guy.
Yeah, well, I mean, you know what? He should not be hanging his head right now because he had a Hall of Fame career. He's a hell of a running back. It's just that I'm gonna say it again. The Terminator is the Terminator for a reason.
I mean,
that's it. It's really nothing else to say. Do Marshall Faulk got a cool ass nickname like that? Fuck no.
Don't. But he was a part of the greatest show on turf. I mean, you can't say that. And he was probably the ringleader of that. So.
Yeah, well, Thurman was the greatest show on turf and grass.
Say what you want. I mean, he couldn't.
I'm just saying. I mean,
what? This is why I say we should have went the other route. But it's all good, though. You know what I'm saying? It's all good. We should have went the other route. And then everything would have been fine. But see, you wanted to have this, so we had it. So there it is. So you're picking Thurman Thomas.
Mm-hmm.
You said Faulk, and then you said LT got to go. I said Faulk. Thurman's on the bench, and LT got to go. So
you ain't have to say it like that.
What? What did I say?
You put a nice little emphasis on the fact that my man was riding the pine.
No, come on, man.
I mean, but
like that, man.
I'm gonna let that ride though.
No, people like that. I'm just saying, man. I just think that certain things. You know how it is. You got the old dog, and he want to move past the fireplace. It's time to take the old dog out the back and shoot him in the back of the head, man. Marshall Faulk took Thurman Thomas out the back and shot him in the back of the head. That's all that happened, man. It's cool. It happens. I'm just saying, it's all good.
Yeah, all right, whatever.
So, people, we would like for you to comment on this long, very good, very interesting podcast we put together. There are many more to come. We need your support out here. So, just let us know how you feel about it. Hey, if you guys have any ideas of episodes or things you want to be talked about, we'll definitely take that into consideration and, try to get it out there for you guys. We're doing it for us, but we're doing it for you too. Because everybody likes to have good commentary. So, my man, Ron Bullard, a.k.a. That's Reality. It is reality. All that wrapped into one.
Keep it 100.
keep it 100. Keep it a buck. You go ahead and say what you got to say to close out the show, good brother.
Until next time, I want everybody out there to keep in mind that when you want good content, when you want two brothers that's going to keep it 100, when you need a motherfucking reality check, there's only one place in all the world you need to be. And that's right here with me, Reality Ron Bullard, my man Chris Black, a.k.a. Boss Hog 215. the reality realm. Why listen to anybody else? Why be anywhere else? You're just wasting your time. Stick with us because we going places, baby, and you going with us. And that's reality. Ha!